Hello everyone and welcome to class. My name is Emma. If we haven't met, welcome. If you have a block handy at home, then bring it along, but it's not necessary and we might not use it. So please come into a seat. That might be kneeling, Virasana, or cross-legged. If you have any issues in the knees or the hips, then please just come lie on the back. We'll spend a minute here just to start the practice, so maybe you turn off all other distractions or hide away in a room, that you can just get out of the daily grind and tap into a little bit of connection to self and connection to the yoga practice. So come along and take a deep breath in through the nose and a soft sigh out through the mouth. If you haven't already, please close down the eyes. Begin to notice the shape that you're in, whether that's seated or lying on the back. And just trace the outline of the shape. Imagine you are creating a stencil of you. And then from the inside out, can you allow the body to soften? Let everything else fade into the background. So all the things that you need to do or think you should be doing. Sometimes the mind can be really in our way almost. And we just give it time to settle. And sometimes that won't happen, and that's okay. So we'll take 3 breaths together. It will be a full inhale through the nose. And then as you breathe out, you'll repeat silently, empty, empty, empty. Breathing in through the nose, fill all the way up. Silently breathing out, the mantra, empty, empty, empty. 2 more of those. You'll join me on the hands and knees. Tabletop pose. It's always nice just to spread through the fingers nice and evenly. Perhaps notice the space between the fingers. Drive down through the shins and the tops of the feet. As you soften the belly, inhale, cow pose. Please exhale for cat pose. Drive into the thumbs, the second knuckle. Inhale, cow pose. And exhale for the cat pose. Maybe go 2 or 3 more times and just see if you can access a bit more of the mid-spine. So rather than the movement coming from the neck, you're driving the spine up and away from the ground. Rotate the fingertips either out to the sides or to face the kneecaps. And then you'll rock the weight forward and back. You can always do 1 arm at a time. You might move through some cat-cows here. Anything to awaken through the wrists and the forearms. Take a moment in child's pose, hips to heels. Let this be active. So your palms press down, the forearms might float just an inch from the ground. Feel length through the spine. So as you draw the tailbone back, can you reach through the crown of the head? Good, you'll come onto the forearms. Elbows drop under the shoulders, spread the fingers. Shimmy the knees slightly closer together so you have balance. You might untuck the toes here. Please squeeze the right heel into the butt. So that will activate the hamstring of the right leg. Keep driving through the forearms and then float the right knee just a few inches from the ground. Keep the hug of the right heel to the butt. Drive the right thigh bone up to the sky. And a big circle, opening the right knee out, down to the right edge of the mat, and then all the way in. A few more of these. So similar to CARS, which is controlled articulation rotations, where we isolate here the shoulders and the left hip, hopefully, as you drive into the arms and the shin, and just simply let the right hip roll. And it might be really small, it might be quite spacious for you. Take one more. Kick the right leg back, hovering the right foot, flex through the toes. Come onto the hands. Look over the right shoulder towards the right heel. And send the right leg out wide. Place the toes and the foot down. Cat-cow, drop the belly, inhale. And push through the floor, exhale and round. Walk fingertips towards you. Rise up, palms touch overhead, inhale. Right hand to the right thigh, side bend to the right, breathe out. Pause here and sass the hips towards the left. Reach through the left fingertips, take one more breath. Good, and then a rainbow sweep, left arm comes all the way down to the ground. Float the right leg. Right fingertips reach over the right ear. Try not to tip the right hip back or forward, but switch on through the right glute if possible. Stay alive in the right toes. Good. Land the right foot. Use the sideways to pull you back, arms straight. Good. Hands come down, underneath shoulders. Bring your left knee slightly into the midline and spin the shin to the right. You'll come into Gomukhasana leg. Slowly sweep the right leg behind you, right knee behind the left. And you can roll the hips here. You can go directional side to side or forward and back. Feel free to take any variation on the fingertips. We're here for 3, for 2. Please plant the palms. Tuck the toes. The shins are as wide out as possible. As you pick up the knees, cross-leg down dog. Left foot should be in front. It can be bent knees, lift your heels and press into the hands. Drive the tailbone up and back. Good, take one more breath. Let it go. Step the left foot wide outside the left hand. Lower the right foot and knee. So you're in a low, wide lunge. Start to stir the left hip. It can be nice to explore opening the left toes. Maybe opening an arm or a hand. I always need to roll out the head and the neck. Active squat. Step the right foot wide outside the right hand and bend the knees. Bring the hands to the heart center. Imagine trying to pull the mat apart. So as you drive the feet outwards, feel the outer hips switch on. Your knees can just be parallel to the ground. You don't need to be in a malasana. As you straighten the legs, take a breath in. Pause on the breath out. Keep driving the hips forward. Inhale, arms reach up. Bend the knees and fold, hands to the ground. Take a high plank pose as you step back. We'll take the knees down lightly, untuck the feet. Keep the pelvis steady. It's the shoulder blades moving together on the back, so heart towards thumbs, and press the ground away. So scrub the shoulder blades. We'll go 4, 3, 2. Nice. One more. Come down onto the forearms. Reset the knees together slightly. Squeeze the left heel in. Float the left knee. As you drive into the forearms, then begin lifting the left thigh bone and circle the left hip. You might find the body shifting over to the right side. Try to maintain some kind of center. So driving equally through both hands and elbows. No need to rush the movement. You can take as much time as you need, maybe one more. Please extend through the left leg, kicking the left heel back. Come onto the hands slowly. Look over left shoulder to the left foot, and then slide left leg out. Place the toe and the heel down. Drop the belly, inhale. Exhale, cat pose, drive through the thumbs. Walk fingertips towards you, arms sweep up, palms touch. Inhale, breath. Left hand to left thigh, side lean, breathe out. And there's a slight drawing forward of the pubic bone so that there's no soft back bend occurring, but there's a strength through the feet, through the legs, a bit of energy. Take one more breath. Sweep the right arm off to the right, place it down. Left foot floats. Left hand by the left ear. Create as much length from left toes to left fingers. Hold for 3. For 2. Place the left foot down lightly. Use the side waist to come back. Light on the right fingertips. Hands to the ground. Bring the right knee into the center and send the right shin to the left. Pick up the left leg and sweep it back. Left knee behind the right. Gomukhasana legs, stirring through the hips. We're taking our time to warm into the body, into the shape. Isn't it right? Every day will feel different. One isn't better than the other. We're just on a journey with ourselves, with our bodies, taking as much time as we need to access some space. One more breath. Please tuck the toes, hover the knees and shins, push the hips back. Right leg should be forward of the left. Good. Right foot steps wide outside the right hand. Lower the back knee, and you can shift a little wider if that helps. Start to stir through the right hip. Spinning open the right toes or driving the hips forward and back. This is especially nice to do in the morning if you are feeling a little bit stiff, a little bit stuck. Good. Active squat. Float the back knee. Lightly step to the top. Hands to the heart. Stand up, hands to the heart space, breathe in. Pause on the breath out. Inhale, arms reach up. Keep the glutes firm as you fold. High plank pose. Drive down through the thumbs and lift the front belly towards the back of the spine. So there's an activation and awareness through the core. Soften the knees. As you hover the shins, take a breath. Breathe out, downward dog, push the hips back. Now be in downward facing dog. If you can, close your eyes. Take away the distractions of the external world. Lift the heels up, breathe in. Bend the knees and breathe out. High plank, inhale breath. Knees to the ground, child's pose, breathe out. Please come to kneeling. Walk the hands towards the knees, sitting on the shins. Close your eyes, take a soft breath in. And a breath out. And already just feel the changes occurring in the body. Perhaps notice a difference, the space in the mind, your ability to be in this present moment. Take one more breath in. And breath out. Come back to tabletop. Tuck the toes and hover the knees. Grip through the fingers. And all the action will be from the feet and the heels. So swivel the heels to the right and really root down through the edges of the feet. Bring your left fingertips to your left shoulder. Stay or kick the right foot out to the diagonal, out to the side. Place the right foot back where it was and swivel, hovering tabletop. Heels to the left, root down through the inner edges of the feet, right fingertips to right shoulder, and then kick the left leg out to the side. Left foot returns, and swivel on the feet, hovering tabletop. Push back, downward facing dog, kick the right leg to the sky. Notice if the right hip is lifted or popped, and could you slightly drop the right hip down, but lengthen through the back of the right knee. It's a step to the right thumb tip. Lower the back knee, Anjaneyasana, arms reach up. Now tuck the back toes so you can scrub the pelvis forward to the front edge of the mat. Spark through the fingertips, take a full breath. Left hand to the ground. Back knee lifts, easy twist. Drop the left ear to left shoulder. Feel the left thigh bone energize away from the ground. And release the right hand down. Top of the mat fold. As you bend your knees, take the hands behind the head and push the head into the hands with a bit of resistance back from the hands. If that's too demanding, just keep the hands down. Release the fingers. Slow rise up. Sweep the arms wide and high, breathe in. Bend the knees and fold, breathe out. Let's go high plank pose, step back. Resist the floor as you lower. Knees can drop first if you like. pulling the belly towards the spine. Good, locust. Hands reach back, toes lift. It's a small back bend, so shouldn't feel too expressive. Without gazing from the neck and the eyes, let it be the sternum and the chest that picks you up. Clip the heels together if possible. Too much on the back, you'll keep the feet down. Hold for 3, for 2. Hands and feet land. Back to downward dog, any journey. Kick the left leg to the sky. Feel into the shape. I like a bend in the right knee. Pressure through the palms. It's a full breath in. Step to the left thumb tip. Anjaneyasana, back knee lowers. Stay tucked on the back toe so you can actively drive the right knee forward. Spread through the fingers. Maybe close your eyes. One more breath. Right hand lands. Pick up the back knee, easy twist. Drop the right ear. Can you spin more from the left ribs? Root down through the right palm. It's an energized right thigh bone. Full breath in. Left hand lands, breathe out. Top of the mat fold. This time rise up, inhale, arms sweep. Bend the knees and fold, breath out. Step back to high plank pose. Pause for 3. Push away from the ground for 2. Child's pose, knees drop, hips to heels. Come up to kneeling. Draw the shoulders to the ears, squeeze up tightly, and release. Take a bind behind you, interlace the fingers. Elbows can be bent or straight. Feel the awakening across the chest. Feel free to lift the chin or to keep it lowered. Release the bind. As the hands meet the thighs, you'll stack the head above the heart. If you want to grab the block under the hips, you can. If you want to return onto the back, you can also do that. Collect your thoughts, collect the practice, and be here for the next 3 cycles of breath. Feel free to stay with the eyes closed as long as you need, or take a Shavasana lying down if you have time. Thank you for joining this short, quite mellow practice. And if you have any questions, if you want to chat, just let me know, and hopefully there'll be a new video coming out soon. Thank you.